gaps in the armor, and particularly Upset on the cluster has been a wrecking ball. This is danger for GX. Upset Mickey, they could just crash through the spot half the map.
They're really
keen to help them with that. The Duffman effect we talked about once or twice, as the crowd is happy we're into it as well.
Bit of an engage down bot side though, as in they go. Noah now in danger, trying to back away. Making sure they're safe in the cut. Top side, looking for the 1v1. Lord gets in! Transfusion! And Oscarinin is exsanguinated.
The Gwen bled out by the Vladimir for the first blood of the game as bot lane survives. We were saying, hey, Noah Jun doing a good job of not giving up too much in that bot side. They do, of course, have to hang on a second. Jun tried to stop a recall, might get caught now.
He's in danger, flashes for a head, but knocks him onto turret. Mickey's in danger, stunned up, and he's dead as well. The bailout, it's just too late. No money in the world will save Renata.
Supports go down, however, Upset gets the kill, so it does end up...
So, Razor looking for a potential dive angle here. Noah to get a little chunked out, needs to be wary of the potential dive. Skarner with the boulder in. Claw, so he hand of course as the insect creature. Now looking to potentially dive one in. Last embrace is good. Noah though eats loads of damage. The piercing darkness to solid, but a handshake comes on through, and it is very firm indeed. Upset putting a lot of spears into Jun, who will get rendered. Isma, and I'm not sure he wants to be there, and will swiftly decide that that Grand Starfall can maybe go back up to the heavens.
Still keep healing off the wave and keep whittling him down. Humanoid might go for a plant in mid lane, try and force the ult out of Jackie's.
Does get that Weaver's Wall across, and Jackie's will be forced to ult. Lot will burn that Sanguine Pool for a second. Isma is here, but it's just a double impale! And Oscarinin picks up the Vladimir. Needs to back away here versus Isma, looking for a Q, flashes on forwards, and tries to get the shield fault that just doesn't end up being enough. Another kill over to Fnatic.
Oh, what looked so good for Lot in the early lane has now been pushed. The bot side if he so wishes.
Doesn't look like anyone's really willing to pull the trigger at the moment. There's a bit of fighting over the vision as we've already seen. Mickey lost his flash for it even, that's commitment to the cause. All the while though, Dragon still up. Oscar snaps on forward, throws down some needles, and looking to jump onto Lot, who's eating a lot of that damage. Hematblade now comes back on through, but there's a Grand Starfall! Comes out of the pool a little early, and it ends up being a 1-for-1.
The fact that's a 1-for-1 where you buy the ultimate from Isma is still a win though. Razok on the other side can still cross map, knowing that Isma can't get there.
Be a big deal indeed. The Impale does go very wide though, nothing on those barbecue skills. In comes the Dawning Shadow though, and Jackie's looking to outplay. Mickey will go into the bailout, but I don't know how much time it's really going to buy. Gets the charm after onto Upset. Mickey dead, and Upset down his flash and his cleanse.
So both sides of the cross map don't really work out in the way that the team overstayed here.
They have. Isma now looking to find this Talia. You can surf all you want on all those rocks, but it's going to get a little dicey. Jumps across the unraveled earth though, and Razok being around makes this a much more interesting affair. Driven into the wall, and Humanoid was never as alone as he appeared.
Isma has just been a little too late to most of the players in the end. Will secure this one. Fnatic will have 3 grubs, most amount of kills in the early game, and themselves the first dragon from that. Objective superior through, but the extra part of this, Fnatic very happy to, as we see in the bottom part of the screen, get turret plates from those 3 grubs like that.
A lot of value there. Lot will burn the Hemoplague top side. They're looking at Oscarinin. Has got some support around him as Isma also around, looking to shield bolt in. Goes popped, and in comes the shield bolt, a flash, and a death onto the Gwen with a little assistance from that Dawning Shadow.
Okay, they get with the game for that time. Yes, the Sentinel comes in and helps with it. Senna now at that shiv point where she starts to powerful Skarner activity in this early game. And just something a little more than that in the next few minutes.
So, turrets auto, that'll be an extra one picked up there for Fnatic. First turret of the game falling down, that extends the gold lead back up to about 1.8k. It was kind of being stabilized for a second there by GX, but it hasn't really changed from this mark over the last 2 to 3 minutes.
Ah yes, both mid laners in the side lane. For those of you who tuned into the interview before the game came through, both mid laners have found a bit of an identity playing towards this. He charms him up on the wall.
Drag straight back out, wipe out. And Talia can surf all she wants. Unfortunately, she's tumbling off that board.
We literally had an interview before the game where Human was like, oh, I built my identity out of getting, ganked in side lanes. Well, there you go. Jackie is giving him back his rightful throne as Humanoid dies in the side lane there. Jackie's be happy to pick that one up. Isma has a good use of that ultimate to get once again involved in one of the plays.
Does, however, give Oscar free reign to attack the turret on the other side of the map, so she'll be able to pick that one up. Jackie's will do his best to get shove on that bot side, but I think a lot of damage has been done to the tier 1, so I don't know how easy it'll be to take down. I think as far as a win con goes, looking to get towards Soul will be pretty valuable. Jackie's, though, still doesn't have the ult, and has stayed a long, long time in this bot side, especially with Dragon coming on up. Razok just walking and autoing Throws down the smite, trying to force at least something here. Gets a charm, but Upset coming alongside Mickey X. This box is going nowhere but an early grave.
GX overstaying that bot side, and now both Jackies of Humanoid have found their demise in that side lane. You can tell that they've learned from each other. Senna pushing that mid lane, Razork going deep into the enemy jungle now. GX not really in a position to do much about it. Herald summoned and going to take a big chunk out of the bot lane in a turret.
Looking to try and get a little bit more value here. That tier 2 swiftly going to fall though, courtesy of the Herald
Why did
charge.
they immediately go towards the dragon? Because they knew that they still had the full dominance on that bot side of the map. They didn't have to rush towards there. They got some other stuff first, and now they can make a play in the mid lane.
Gonna look for that Weaver's wall to come on down. Don't get as much value as they're hoping for. Damn scary indeed. Looking to now return towards that mid lane, throwing up Evil at Isma. Noah just doesn't have the wave clear to help keep that turret up, and so Fnatic pick up the mid tier 1. No real contest. Is around here, does have the Weaver's wall. Jun will face check that, needs to be wary of a seismic shove. Eats another threaded volley, that'll be the end of that.
We'll see if Isma has to flash. He's currently not in the best terrain possible. Yeah, he's gonna have to flash out of this, surely. There he goes. Move to the side of the map with your other members and just try your luck. Now they go back towards the Atakan after forcing out the bot side of the map. They will lose that top lane turret, but with the work that Jackie's had put into that earlier, it's likely to go down anyway. Jackie's get some gold, Fnatic get, and where he has to come from in the game. It's not like him just forgetting to click.
Yeah, he's not like left them on the ground.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I say that he's done that there. Mickey might get jumped onto here. He's been a little bit careful.
Handshakes Jun though, but an easy headbutt pulverize. Still goes forwards and will run away swiftly there. Maybe going to be jumped on regardless though. Can make his will unbreakable at some point and does so. Weaver's wall now coming on in. Fnatic want this fight. Upset, bouncing onto Isma. Hostile takeover across everyone. But in they come as Lord the backline on the Vladimir. Finds a few. Still though, it's dangerous. Oscarinin begins to hunt and makes it a double of his own. Continuing to snip people down to side. Into the Sanguine Poogle's lot. Noah continue to try and heal people up. They've gone so damn deep. Humanoid doing his best to throw down to threaded volley, but Oscar will surely fall as well. It's a bloodbath. And Vladimir wins those.
Both top laners dive into the backline and try to... Jack's lucky to not lose a cheap kill onto Jun. Third dragon to Fnatic.
Soul point secured. Fnatic was a scrappy lad.
Turns out he's a real fan-favorite champion player because of that. Dragon now spawning in under a minute. Would be sold for Fnatic. That is going to be definitely something that GX wants tonight. How do they approach this?
Both top laners just picked up third items. Jun already forced to ult. Look at it go in with the flash pulverize. Impale comes on down with the Dawning Shadows buying a lot of time. Hostile takeover though afterwards from Mickey X is exquisite. And Jun goes down. The last embrace lands with the handshake back on it. Isma puts him in a dangerous position, tries to shield bolt in. And Upset's having none of it. The redemption, not enough to keep Mickey alive, but he gets another in the backside. Upset continues to hop, skip, and jump. It's not quite the penta because Oscar gets one, but it's still a quadra kill for MVP ball. They teased it earlier. This time, they'll take it for free. They'll take the soul at the same time, and in one fell swoop, Fnatic claim 2 Uber buffs. Team Gwen with Ghost ult and an Ocean Soul. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be, and Oscar kind of just walks away.
Well, what were your options? You can't take group fights easily. Razork or Upset with the bailout with the Ocean Soul. It's too hard to cut through the first target in front of you. Maybe try and find someone isolated. Try and use the Hex Flash over the wall, maybe.
EP coming on in as well. Weaver's wall there as well. Goes for the pulverize, but it's only onto Razork. The hostile takeover doesn't really land onto anyone, but it has kept people split off. Jackie's did finally get caught by that one of his lot is dead. The Vladimir is staked. Van Helsing becomes Upset. Very appropriate considering the stakes he keeps throwing out. They'll look to get a hold of this mid lane tier 1.
GX try and go for a last gasp, but this might just be the base falling. 1 lane down, 2 lane down, third one to fall after that point. This is going to be tutorial League of Legends. All of the inhibitors down on the same push.
And with a man down and a very important one of that in the Vladimir, there is no creature of the night here to defend them. That final inhibitor down and tutorial completed. Next step, Nexus turrets.
GX have been on a bit of a hot streak, but Fnatic, they've got a point to prove coming into that lower bracket, and they have not taken prisoners this game.
They were looking to prove themselves still very deadly here in playoffs, and they have done just that in game 1. Another bracket blip, and they come back with a vengeance. GX defeated in short order.
Fnatic